HeyitsCarlyRae here, and welcome to my HeyitsCarlyRae book club on YouTube. Today I am super excited because I'm going to be talking about a book that's coming out in July. This author I met on Instagram, but I have read her earlier works. Her book came in 2019's Owl Crate box. If you guys can guess which book it is, you guys know which author I'm talking about. It's actually on my shelf behind me. But this author, I entered for a chance to win an exclusive copy of her new book coming out, and I'm so excited. I got a copy, and I read it as soon as I got it, and I could not wait to come on here and talk about it and why you guys need to get this book. Now, before I reveal which book we're going to be talking about today, you guys need to hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell to be alerted of all the new videos on my channel. So what book are we going to be talking about today on Hey, It's Carly Rae? It is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. Okay, here's a close-up of this book cover if you guys have not seen it already. So again, I saw this on her Instagram page. I could not wait to enter to get a copy because, I mean, come on. Who does not want an exclusive copy from this author? So I read Small Favors in about 2 days, and yeah, I mean, it's a pretty, thick book, but I read it in 2 days, and I cannot wait to tell you guys all about Small Favors. Now, you guys need to know this is a spoiler-free video, so don't worry about it if you haven't read it. We're just going to be talking about Small Favors. Now, if you guys are one of the lucky ones who has a copy of this book, you guys can hit the pause button, go and grab it, and then come back and join me because we're going to be talking about all things Small Favors. So what is Small Favors about? Okay, that was like my first question because I have not seen anything really too much yet on Small Favors. Well, basically, it is like Rumplestiltskin's vibes, okay? It is like a YA fantasy, like YA historical, like all mixed in one, and it all starts out in Amity Falls, okay? It is like this town that Erin created, and basically like everything kind of like stays the same. Everybody kind of does the same thing. This is how Ellerie, who is our protagonist, feels, and her brother, she has a twin, Samuel. He's kind of getting to do whatever he wants in the summer. He's not really around. Nobody really knows what he's up to. So like Ellerie is feeling like, hey, I'm being held to like this higher standard, and like where's he at? But she, is a little grateful that he's not around because her father asked her to help with the bees. They have this like awesome like bee colony going on, and she learns how to take care of them and everything like that. So she like loves doing that. So this book kind of starts out with, we get this like group from town. They like Amity Falls is like kind of basically in the middle of nowhere, and they do need supplies. So they have like supply runs where they have like groups of people go out, go through the woods, and then come back with all the supplies they need to like get through the season. Well, the supply run basically get murdered in the woods, and it's like really brutal. A horse comes back, and this is how they find out that like these people got murdered. So Ellerie's father and her twin Samuel decide to go out into the woods and see like what happened, if anyone survived, if they're hurt. So they go out there, nobody survived, and they are saying like creatures, monsters are in the woods and they killed them. So this kind of sparks the whole storyline of Small Favors. So we get to see basically the town, kind of everybody starts, all these weird things start happening. Like animals start being born, but they're like disfigured with their spines out of their bodies and like all these like really weird things. So like what's going on? Well, Ellerie meets Whitaker. This is who she calls. He says his name's Price, but she's like, hey, I know this isn't your name. So she calls him Whitaker. And they start kind of, there's a little romance going on between them. And I love them as characters. And he's like a trapper in the woods. And people are like, hey, have you like seen anything weird in the woods? And everything like that. So they haven't seen anything weird in the woods, so what's really going on in the woods? Well, more and more things start happening. There's a huge tragic event that happens in Ellerie's family, and this leaves Ellerie having to take care of her younger sisters, Sadie and Mary, during the wintertime. And this kind of, Ellerie has to grow up sooner and faster than what she is. And in between, like I said, we got all these weird occurrences that start happening. So it's kind of like a mystery. Like you got to figure out like what's going on in the woods. Like, is it creatures? Is it like supernatural beings? Like what are they after? So again, it has Rumpelstiltskin vibes, and I don't want to give like too much away on this like storyline because I feel like you guys need to read it, but we get Rumpelstiltskin vibes in the meaning of basically like the names. hint, hint. And you get like Rumpelstiltskin vibes, and I feel like the setting-ish. So it's not necessarily a fairy tale retelling, but it's like has all that like aspects going on. So yeah, so Small Favors is like basically the title does tie into the book, and the fact that, you know, just because like you ask for a small favor in this book, what's the consequence of that? So that's something you gotta like read and figure out. But I did really enjoy like the different aspects. We get the townspeople in this book, we get Ellerie, and then we get like her sisters and then her love interest. So there's all these like different aspects, and at first I thought like, oh my gosh, like there's gonna be way too many characters. But I feel like they all kind of like tied in. They have unique personalities, so I was able to identify with each one, and I didn't feel like lost in the characters. I think sometimes that does happen in books that bring a huge cast of characters as you like start reading it, and you're like, oh my gosh, like who is this character? But I didn't get that vibe from Small Favors, which I really enjoyed. I'm giving this book a 5 out of 5 because I thought the storyline was original. I thought the characters were great. They were very well developed. Again, you could identify it. The voice of Ellerie, the voice in this book, how it was told, was really great. And again, it was something different. And I really did enjoy the Rumpelstiltskin's vibes in this book. So again, I give it a 5 out of 5. You guys can let me know if you guys have gotten an early copy, what your thoughts are on this book. And if you guys are watching this after the book has come out, you guys need to let me know your thoughts. But again, I thought it was something really fun, really fresh. I love the bee aspects in this book. And I loved the town of Amity Falls and how it was written because again, it was something that I haven't read before. So I think Erin A. Craig did a fabulous job. You guys can see right here, I have House of Salt and Sorrows, her first book, on my shelf as well. So Small Favors is going to be joining that. But I definitely give this book a 5 out of 5 and definitely recommend checking it out. You guys can check the description below with the link of where to get your copy. So I've gotten so many questions about Small Favors. You guys have been wanting to know more about it, and I've been seeing so much on our social media about everybody commenting about it. So I decided to pick 6 questions in today's Q&A and answer them for you guys. So let's get started. Bailey from Twitter. Hey Bailey, you said, would you read it again? Yes, I would read Small Favors again. I thought it was a great read. Again, I read it in 2 days. And this book is a little longer. It's over 400 pages, but it was not a book that I felt like really sluggish reading. I looked forward to reading Small Favors, and the pages flew by. So the writing was done really well. So this is definitely a book I will be reading again. Reagan from Facebook. Hey Reagan, you said, how fast did you read this? Again, I read it in like 2 days, okay? It was a really fast read. Again, the characters, I was able to remember their names even when I was done. Like sometimes like I do read sometimes 7 to 8 books in a week, and like I can lose touch with like, oh my gosh, what characters are in this book, so I'll have to go back. I didn't have to go back in this book. Like I was able to recall what happened, the town, like the characters, so it was really identifiable. So I really enjoyed that part of it. Savannah from Instagram. Hey Savannah, you said, is this a fantasy or retelling or both? I would kind of say both. We do get like a fantasy aspect, and I love fantasy. Like there's like a touch of fantasy that I really liked. There was mystery that I liked, and then the retelling. So like I said, you get Rumpelstiltskin's vibes. I'm not 100% sure if it's like a fantasy retelling because like I haven't really read like Rumpelstiltskins in a while, but I would say it is like a rendition vibe. So I would say it's a Rumpelstiltskin's vibe, if that makes sense. Karen from Facebook. Hey Karen, you said, did you have a favorite part? My favorite part, I really did love the bees in this book. I loved reading about that. It kind of reminded me of Nicholas Sparks. If you guys have read The Return, he has bees in that book, so I really did enjoy reading about the bees. And I really did enjoy the character of Whitaker. I love him, and I love the mystery around him. Sarah from Twitter. Hey Sarah, you said the cover. Please tell me there is a bee storyline. Yes, again, there is a bee storyline. Hello, you guys can check out this outfit. When I read The Return, I was like, oh my gosh, I wish more books had bees in them. So I was really excited when Small Favors like had that in it. So yes, and it is an awesome part of this book. And the ending with the bees was like teary. I was like, oh my gosh, but it was great. Jacob from Instagram. Hey Jacob, you said, who was your favorite character? My favorite character, I kind of did like Whitaker. I liked every aspect of him. I thought he was great, and I really did love Ellerie. I thought she was great as well. So both of those characters I thought were great, and like Mary and Sadie, like all the characters, they were all unique and had a great voice, so I really enjoyed all the characters. So that concludes today's Q&A session on small favors. I hope you guys enjoyed today's virtual book review of Small Favors. Again, I give it a 5 out of 5. I definitely recommend checking out Small Favors. This is a book you want to add because it's something different and it's got Rumplestiltskin's vibes going on. Okay, so definitely check it out. Now, if you guys want to find out more about Small Favors, I have a whole feature on my website. You guys can go to HeyitsCarlyRae.com. You guys can also follow me on social media. I'm on HeyitsCarlyRae on Instagram, HeyitsCarlyRae1 on Twitter, HeyitsCarlyRae on Pinterest, HeyitsCarlyRae on Tumblr, HeyitsCarlyRae on Facebook, or HeyitsCarlyRae Book Club on Facebook. I have 2 pages. And then you guys can join my group on Facebook, HeyitsCarlyRae Book Club. So I'm like everywhere in social media. Come join my book community. I'd love to hear more from all of you guys and what you guys are reading and your thoughts about Small Favors. If you guys want to see another book reviewed on my channel, be sure to comment below. Let me know. You guys can give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed hearing about this Rumpelstiltskin's Vibe book. I hope you guys are having an awesome day and stay tuned for more reviews. Bye!